Hi guys, and welcome back if you've been here before. It has been a while. Life got a bit hectic, so I thought today I'd do a chatty get ready with me. I thought I'd talk about what I've been up to, where I've been, and yeah. So without further ado, let's get on with it. Okie dokie, so I'm starting off with the Kaleidos Tone Activator Eye Paint. This is my favourite eye primer right now. It just really makes your eyeshadows pop. So life, like I said, has been a bit hectic. I finally graduated university. 2 years after I actually graduated, I finally got my graduation ceremony, which was really fun. I have had a hip replacement, which is what I've been doing for the past 7 weeks. I'm currently 7 weeks post-op and I am feeling better than I have felt in years. If you watched before, you'll know I've struggled with chronic pain for about 7 years. So it is incredible that finally I'm starting to feel a bit better. I've got more energy. And I'm hoping that that means that I can film regularly. I've also got the most wonderful boyfriend in the world. And he's going to be helping me. He has a degree in TV and film, so my editing is probably going to be much better than I was managing before. So today I figured we'd do like a pastel look, so I'm going to use some of my Give Me Glow shadows, which are the ones along the bottom. I'm going to start off and do some pink in the inner corner, so I'm going to use Bubblegum, which is this beautiful like pastel pink colour. I honestly feel like so much has been going on in my life that I don't really know where to start. I would love, if you do want to know more about my hip replacement, obviously a lot of you are probably here to watch makeup, but if you do want to hear a bit more about my hip replacement, I'd definitely love to do like a Q&A, sort of answering everybody's questions, because obviously it's not very common to have a hip replacement at 23, and I know there are other people out there, because I've been posting about it on my TikTok, sort of keeping everybody updated. And I've had a couple of comments sort of saying, oh, I'm due to have a hip replacement, sort of what does it entail, how's the recovery, things like that. But in terms of like my surgeon and my physio, they're both really happy with the progress I'm making, so I'm really excited about it all. And like I said, I'm just excited to have some more energy. I'm gonna go in with a sort of lilac-y purple now. This is Electric Purple. I'm just going to take that on a different brush and I'm just going to blend that into the pink. And then I'm also going to take a bit of Wink, which is like a sort of periwinkly blue colour, and I'm going to sort of mix that with Electric Purple. Electric Purple's quite hard pressed. Most of the Give Me Glow shadows are really like creamy and lovely, but Electric Purple's just a little bit more hard pressed. So I like to just mix a bit of Wink in it, just to make it a little bit easier to work with. So now I'm back, I would love to get some recommendations of things you guys want to see. After this, I'm going to film a sort of 6 monthly favourites, so you guys can see what products I've been loving. I'm using most of them in today's video, but obviously there's some extra bits that I wanted to mention too. Okay, so now we've done the purple, I'm going to go back in with Bubblegum and just make sure that the two are really nicely and seamlessly blended. I honestly feel so out of practice right now. Like, I'm like, what do I say? I don't know. We're going to go in with the blue. This is Sky High, again from Give Me Glow. It's a beautiful, like, sky blue colour, basically. And then I'm going to wing that out at the end and then blend it into the purple that we've already got down. I'm actually just going to grab the Beauty Bay 42 Midnight palette. These Beauty Bay palettes are incredible. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this colour, which is called Lilac, to blend out that purple, as it's a little bit darker than I want it to be. not quite sort of following the pastel theme that I want to have going on today. That is much better. There we go. That's what we wanted from that. And then again, I'm going to go in with Bubblegum and just make sure it's all blended together. And then I'm going to deepen up Sky High and just make sure that that outer corner is really nice and sharp. I'm going to go in and cut the crease with the Kaleidos primer again. And we're going to put something pretty and shimmery on the lid. This is probably one of my favourite discoveries while I've been off YouTube. These are the Pastel Roses, like duochromatic, beautiful, incredible shadows. I'm going to go in with this shade, which is called Taurus, and the duochrome on these is just stunning. If you're in the UK and you never managed to get your hands on the Kaleidos shadows, I would highly recommend these. So I'm just going to take a flat brush, really pack that shadow on, and then we're going to pack it over the lid. I don't want anything too like crazy pigmented over the lid for this, but this shade is just perfect. It's got a little bit of pink to it. Okay, so I don't know whether you can see that on camera. I really hope you can. But it's just such a pretty shade. So I'm just going to do the other eye and then I'll be back. Just to intensify that in the middle, I'm going to use my finger just to make sure it's really pretty and shimmery, but not too shimmery. Base-wise, still obsessed with this. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I'm in fact so obsessed with this, I've almost finished it and I've already bought another one because I just can't imagine life without it. Everybody is currently obsessed with the Collection 2000. They're not even called that anymore. But it's definitely showing how long I've been on YouTube. I think they're just collection now. They're sort of dupe of this, but for me, this is just the one and only. I'm going to blend that in with this Wet n Wild sponge. This again has been another discovery. I saw somebody talk about these and I think it was like £3 off Beauty Bay. So last time I made an order, I picked one up and it's so nice. So similar to the Beauty Blender, quite firm, but still has sort of that little bit of squish to it. Foundation wise, again, another Charlotte Tilbury product. This is the Beautiful Skin Foundation. This is shade number 1 neutral. The only thing I will say about this, it's definitely not neutral. It's definitely more of a yellow tone. But the finish of this is exactly what I want from like a higher coverage foundation. I've actually been enjoying some more lighter coverage options, but if I do want something with a bit higher coverage, I go for either this or the NARS, what's it called, the new one, the light reflecting Wonder 15 different names. But I really like that one, but this one just sort of tops it for me. Concealer wise, I'm going to go in with the KVD Good Apple Concealer in Light 109. I didn't love the cream foundation, which everybody else on everywhere raved about. For me, it felt a little bit thick, but I really like this concealer. It's not too thick, it's really easy to blend, and it's just really nice coverage. It's not the highest coverage concealer that I've ever tried, but to be honest, like I said, I have been reaching for more sort of medium and lighter coverage things. I'm no longer addicted to full coverage like I used to be. I like to let my skin shine through these days. Okay, so that is that. I'm then going to go in with cream bronzer. That's been a big thing. I am obsessed with cream products. This is the Say Sun Melt Medium Bronze. And brush, and the brush I've been loving for this one is the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro 3 brush. I'm not really sure whether they're still doing these. I don't really get what's going on with BH right now, but if you can get your hands on this brush, it's a great for cream bronzer. It's just like a nice little rounded, not too dense brush. So it's really nice for cream bronzer. Keeps it looking nice and sort of natural. So I'm just taking that on my forehead and around the perimeters of my face. I've got hair on my face, which is nice. I'm just going to take a tiny bit just around my jawline, just to make sure that foundation doesn't look too orange. I'm then going to set that with the Lorac Tantalizer bronzer in Tan Lines. This is quite orange tone, so I just like to use a nice light hand, and it just gives you that really beautiful sort of sun-kissed look. And again, just popping that under the chin and blending it down the neck. Blush, I'm going to use Made by Mitchell Peach Sugar to tie in with the orangey tone of Taurus. I'm just going to move this hair. So I'm just going to do like 5 dots. I like a lot of blush. These are quite pigmented, so if you're not the biggest blush fan in the world, 5 dots is probably too much. But for me, I love it. And then this is a Revolution. And this is a Revolution stippling brush, which is my favourite to apply cream blushes with. I like a lot of blush. I like a lot more blush than I used to like. I also like a little bit on the end of the nose. I just think it still gives that really cute look. Then highlighter wise, I'm going to do Oh For A Pillow Talk, which is a really pretty pinky toned highlight. And again, it's got that little bit of sort of a peachy reflect to tie it in to the eyeshadow. I've been doing less and less with my brows these days. So this is the MAC Eyebrow Styler in Spiked. I'm literally just going to run the tiniest bit to fill in any gaps of this through. It's like a really, really teeny pencil. So I mainly sort of concentrate on the arch and then do a little bit towards the front, but nothing major. It's definitely a lot of a softer brow than I used to go for, and then I'm going to set that with the Kosas Eyebrow Gel. This is medium chocolate brown. It's a little bit warmer than I would normally like, but this stuff is so hard to get. All the Kosas products are so hard to get. I love Cult Beauty, but they just cannot seem to keep the Kosas stuff in stock. Okay, so that is lashes on. These really didn't want to stick, but they are the Calliope lashes from Ace Beauty. They are absolutely beautiful. They just didn't really want to stick to me today. And then I've just used the KVD Go Big or Go Home mascara over the top of them. For my waterline, I'm going to use this Anastasia Norvina Chroma stick in Electric Pink. And I'm just going to run that along my lower lash line, just for a little pop of pink. And then I'm going to go over that with a bright pink shadow. This one is Strawberry Lollipop. Again, give me glow. And I'm just going to blend that on top of the chroma stick, just to give it a little pop. Then we're going to go in KVD Go Big or Go Home on the lower lash line. This is such a nice mascara, but this brush is so difficult to do the lower lash line with because it is so big. So if you aren't a fan of a big one, this mascara definitely isn't for you. But I personally love it for how much like volume and lift it gives the upper lashes. This is my latest makeup obsession. This is the Lottie London Freckle Tint. I'm currently completely obsessed with freckles. So basically, my favourite way to do them is do a little triangle. Just because for some reason, little triangles make them look natural as possible. And then I'm going to take my middle finger and I'm going to press them in and sort of drag them out. So the most intense freckles are nearer my nose, and then the ones towards the outer perimeters of my face are a little bit less intense. Okay, so doing this whilst talking is probably not my best idea. That is quite a highly concentrated patch of freckles, but who cares? Going over the nose is probably my least favourite thing to do because I somehow always end up drawing like a massive one on the tip of my nose because this is what I'm talking about. So again, I'm going to press those in with my ring finger. If I've gone a bit far, I just tend to sort of dab it in until it sort of blends in with my foundation. I just think they look really cute, especially with plenty of blush on the nose. Let's finish off with my favourite lip combo right now. This is the Makeup Forever Artist Colour Pencil in Full Scale Rust, which is like a dark, nudie, rusty colour basically. So I've done all around my lips with that, and then I'm going to go in with Oatmilk from Urban Decay. This is a cream lipstick, and absolutely stunning. Just making sure that's blended in with that slightly darker lip line. And then I'm going to pop a little bit of Fenty Fussy in the middle. You can tell how much I love this gloss because this lid is just wrecked because it's been in my handbag that much. And I'm just going to put that in the middle. So that is it for my first video back. If you want to let me know what you want to see from me, I'm happy to film whatever you guys want to see. Let me know if you want to hear more about my hip replacement, because obviously I don't want to bore you or gross you out with gross bone talk if you're not down for that. So that's it for today. I hope you did enjoy this. You've been great. I've been Coleoftheball, and I'll see you next time. Bye.